There will be climate change. There will be pollution levels out of control. There will be lower vibrational practices, and I'm saying animal slaughter again, which carry on and hinder your communication, your divine connection. There is much going on that you do not see. Your leadership having a finger in many pies, that which would, I'm hearing like disgrace, that which would anger you. So take off the blindfolds, remove the blinkers, stand up, be strong. Think of the things that you believe in for your next reincarnation upon the earth. Do you want to reincarnate to be a mere pawn in another's play, or will you remain a sovereign being? Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle Robinson. I'm a psychic medium and a channel to the stars, as they say, which is not the celebrities, but the galactic stars. Once again, I'm here providing you with a channel, sharing information that I get from whichever source wants to step forward and provide that for me. They're all very high vibration beings, or some ascended masters, as well as Yeshua, who's also an ascended master. Just mentioning him because he stepped forward once again. I've just been for a swim because he told me to. So he was sitting there with me at the pool, and he said, go home and do a channeling. So I'm like, okay. So that's why my hair's still wet. So he's here with me, and no idea what he wants to talk about. So I'm just going to relax, do my thing, and see what wants to come through for today's episode. My dears, I greet you and welcome you to join me here today for this channeling. It always been a pleasure to commune through this vessel with you all, her channel growing and her able to communicate a lot more clearly and expound what it is that we are trying to establish as a rhetoric, word by word. So what they would like to say word by word. This is becoming clearer and more available to her, her channel having cleared and uncluttered during her swim. So this is why it is important to move your body, to create blood flow, to create flow, to clear away the noise, almost like cleaning the window, you could say, one where there is grime upon it. And having cleansed and cleared, you can then see and feel more clearly. This is to uplift. This is something which brings her pleasure. So there is a joyful element. Joy and other such emotions, happiness and love, affection. These are high vibration. Oh, peace. He hadn't finished. High tranquility. Okay. Let's just wait till he gives me all the words. It's just saying love again. High vibration or states, those which move you ever closer to the higher planes. So some of you experiencing a grip of terror, a concern, I feel like it's a clenching of the bowels is how I'm getting this on listening to previous information which has been documented and given on this channel previously. These emotions, that of fear, of concern, of worry, of the thoughts which go around in the head, being low vibrational states. These states take you, I'm hearing scare factor, these states take you further away from the source of advice, from that which where you would be able to receive some direction, some assistance, and some guidance on the occurrence and how these occurrences may affect you and ways that you may prepare. So not letting this affect you, remaining clear, remaining calm, remaining connected and handing over to the galactics, to your guides, to any higher force from which you can distinguish from your own chatter, that which is whispering to you and giving you a nudge, that which is showing you signs, something which may catch your eye as to what your next steps may be. This is available to all who are looking for it. So easier to find when conferring, sitting in nature, or in moments of peace and calm. Not allowing the news of events to rock you, to take you from your center. So remaining centered, remaining strong and calm, for this is where you will receive downloads, and I'm hearing transfusions of information, transmissions, maybe? Transmissions. Sorry, I was thinking, it's similar, but transmissions of information, that which will assist you and those around you. I'm hearing Canada. Canada being very fortuitous. And remaining largely unaffected by events going forward. Areas of Turkey being blanketed in smog. This is from, not from the event which has been discussed previously, but this is from, it looks like military events, military uprising, that which is creating some, I just see like military vehicles coming in, they're kind of going over the rubble. There looks like there's been some perhaps burning and looting, and I'm seeing black smoke coming up from this. So expect some Anatolia, so yeah, expect some news from this region. These are events that have been spoken of before, but are now beginning to maybe come closer in a time frame and will be seen. Also, Taylor Swift. There will be news around Taylor Swift, something to do with her new album. There are issues with this album or association with this. This is something which will cost her. So I feel there will be a court case around this, and she also will appear in the news. Remembering that not all pop stars are as they appear. This is a strange type of leadership which has taken over the earth, that which has been exploited by some forces, that which is able to bend certain pop stars' ears and created a literal takeover, not all being what they seem. So using your discernment, using your wise judgment, and watching their behavior. Some of these things will become more obvious in recent times. This again is something which can't be held with the rising tide of the times. Joe Biden. Oh, being another. Oh my gosh. Joe Biden being another. Who also walks this plane. Unaided and unabetted. And yet no longer himself a shell of who he formerly was. I feel that demise, so he may be passing at some time soon as well, not being able to hold this high vibration. This will hasten his passing. This also will be present within the news, maybe later in the year or early in the new year. So some of these creatures I'm hearing not being able to hold strong, and there will be some maybe unexpected passings. Okay, I'm hearing missing scientists. I'm hearing in hiding. There are some of these scientists who no longer want to carry out the force of evil. They have removed themselves from their positions, from their playing out the horrors and catastrophes that they know will be, that their hand will have a part in, having removed themselves and trying to cover up their tracks and living in fear for their lives. There is many nefarious programs being run, that which is using everyday scientists for evil means. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Some of these have, I'm hearing footage, so I feel there is documentation and footage that some of these have, and therefore this is top secret material. There will be some leaks seen over time, but firstly, knowing that they are safe, that they are hidden, that they can remain secret. I'm also hearing espionage. So perhaps having spied once they were no longer wanted to be party to what they were involved in the production of. There are many programs that are run not just in the US of A, in many countries, the likes of which would amaze you, that which could destroy the entire planet. These should also, or there may be murmurings of these, but these also will come to light. There will be much that will rise up and come to light. There will be some uprisings around this. So allow some of these things to move you into action, to say no more, to create shutdowns, to say this cannot operate on my watch during my time, nor my children's time on earth. There is barbaric practices which are still being carried out that many are not aware of. Those still looking to government and government agencies, oh, things are not quite the way they should be, but that's okay. My government, my president, my prime minister, my leader will sort this out for me. Meanwhile, I can watch Netflix and eat my popcorn and candy as though this is not affecting me and not happening to our economy, to my neighborhood, to my brother, and to myself. So the call is to wake up, to realize that you are part of the solution. This is not something which should pass you by. There will be no solution without you standing up and raising your fist and saying no more. This is a catalyst. These events are set to move you. This upcoming event spoken of on this channel is precisely for this reason. This is a catalyst, one to create a response. Okay, this is very strong. You know, I've noticed Jesus can be very passionate. He's giving me some feedback about this. I am very passionate for that which I believe in, and the reticence of man is one which needs movement at this time. Hark my words, should you sit in folly and in your comfortable lounge chair with your remote in hand and saying, oh dear, oh me, oh my, there will be no future tomorrows. There will be climate change. There will be pollution levels out of control. there will be lower vibrational practices, and I'm seeing animal slaughter again, which carry on and hinder your communication, your divine connection. There is much going on that you do not see. Your leadership having a finger in many pies, that which would, I'm hearing like disgrace, that which would anger you. So take off the blindfolds, remove the blinkers, stand up, be strong. Think of the things that you believe in for yourself, for your children, for your children's children, for your next reincarnation upon the earth. Do you want to reincarnate to be a mere pawn in another's play, or will you remain a sovereign being, a pioneer? And I'm seeing like a farmer with the pitchfork, someone who can still work with the land, a land which is still productive and producing plenty, crops which are clean and green, and air which can be breathed without the use of special apparatus to filter it. Your body still being strong and lean and producing and containing all that is required, the required levels of calcium and other supplements being available for its ideal use. And there's another thing that I'm not quite grabbing for. So the use of your energy, the activity levels, will you allow your fat cells to grow, to spill over your belt, to sit there and think, not today, maybe tomorrow, to shorten your lifespan, to clog your arteries? Is this what you are teaching your children? Will you remove yourself from outdoor labor, outdoor activities, building something better, something foundational? We are all here at this time for one reason or another. The majority on this channel being those that are here that said, yes, we are builders. We can lay the foundation. We can show the way, shine a light for those in future times. We have a lantern. We know how to light it. This is an ignition that we have already possessed in times past. This is not new to us. This is fairly easy. We understand the concept, so we can follow up and action this. This is not a time to sit back, to be reticent, to watch the sports on TV. I'm seeing Formula One for some reason. This is a time to congregate, to petition, to stand strong. The world is run on the actions of human. You have much power, particularly together. Why do you sit? Why do you wait? This is a time for action, and this will be seen in recent months. Allow activities to move you, to ignite you and inflame you. You know what is right, and you know what tomorrow is appearing to bring. Remember your strength. I am here with you always, expounding and teaching and directing through many at this time. My words are simple and clear. Be strong, stand up, and fight for what you believe in. I leave you now. Wow. I love it when he gets passionate. I don't even feel like it's Yeshua. I'm like, oh. Okay, so that's very interesting. So events coming up. He said, This is an igniter. This is to be a catalyst. So this is like perhaps why they're occurring. So, and I've seen so many comments. I find it really difficult to read some of them actually. For a start, I wouldn't be bringing this information if I wasn't getting it. That is the last thing I want to do. Fear-mongering? No. By the way, I really appreciate all the beautiful comments. People that laugh, okay, that's fine. Go ahead and laugh. And it just makes me disengage from the comments a little bit. I know some things are a little bit controversial. Like I say, not easy to bring forward, but hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And because I just had on my shoulder a channel to the stars. Oh, I do love this communication, I have to say. They can be very amusing. So very passionate as well and trying to motivate us all into action. There are things going on that we don't like. By the way, one of them on my website is around animal slaughter practices. Being told many, many times this is very low vibration. Some of these practices are low vibration. The trauma and the energy that is actually going into the meat through suffering of these animals prior to their slaughter. This is something that we're eating. So I'm just hearing, no, this is true. This is something that which should also move you. Do you need to suffer in the same way to understand how this is? So you have a job. You are, as I was, the shepherd of all the creatures upon this earth, including the domestic animals. So again, this is a time to stand up and stand strong. There is so much power in people, and yet all of you residing in your separate dwellings, isolated from each other, not communicating, using social media to entertain and switch off from the realities that are going on around you. So opening your eyes to these practices as well as others, knowing that there are many nefarious activities which need an awareness. And through this awareness and action and activity, and this is the way forward. Do not allow this treachery to play upon your shores, to infiltrate into your homes as this will in times going forward. Anyone that's not sure what he's talking about the vent and infiltrating into your homes, I feel please have a look at the previous channel, the last week's episode on Wednesday. No, yes, on Wednesday, and also Friday's episode, last Friday. So these will give you a little bit more detail around that. These are activities which are set to occur and to rock you. And to know that this is a change-making situation. And now I'm seeing change.org. I don't know what that is. Okay, so being involved, being aware, and having a look at where you can make a difference. Raising your fist, and this may be in the form of a pen or a petition. Create some good while you're here, something you can be proud of, something you can tell your children and set an example for the ways and behaviours that you would like from them going forward. You did say goodbye. I'm still channeling. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to just see anything else. You can do this. Do not allow this to be a setback. Allow this to move you. We leave you. Oh my gosh. Like I say, I love it. Okay, so that's my episode. For anyone that does want to grow their intuition or be involved in my membership, have a look in the description below. There's intuition development and kind of like masterclasses which are available through that membership. They've already started, had a very successful first one. We're going to be having a look at things like spirit guide communication so that you can develop a stronger path to communicating with your guide. And I feel like I'm hearing them chatter around me all the time at the moment. So I know that my communication's really become a lot clearer, and I always felt that it was fairly good. So that makes it a lot easier for me to know how to navigate certain things in my life. And this is becoming more available to you as well. So have a look in the description if this is something that interests you, if you want to grow your intuition, even if it's for your own communication. What do I do next? How do I help my family? Is it a good idea to move here? Should I be eating this type of food? What would be my next steps? Is this a good amount to charge for my business service? All kinds of things, never ending, I'm just hearing. In any case, that was a really beautiful, passionate, again, from Yeshua message today. So I hope you all really enjoyed that. If you would like to hear more, if you would like to be at a little bit more, then please, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, have a look at the interviews with Deb. That gives you an insight to the kind of or what could be available to you through mentorship and through intuitive growth. Deb's journey's been a little bit different than most people's, a little bit more, I'd say it's been a little bit quicker, would be an understatement. So anyway, that's it from me. So I look forward to seeing you during my next episode.